this tutorial, we're going to discuss the maintenance and the operation of the Lifebreath Pro 600 Pulse Humidifier. First of all, if I need to get inside the unit, I have a thumb screw on the back. I just need to undo the thumb screw and the pin will pull out. Pull the door forward. I am now open to the inside of the humidifier. What you're seeing when you look inside your humidifier is what's called an evaporator pad. These evaporator pads are good for 2 winter seasons. After 2 winter seasons, you're either going to consider cleaning it or replacing it. If you've ever heard of the solution called CLR, which can be bought at Home Depot or Canadian Tire, you can soak the evaporator pad in CLR for a couple of hours. They become relatively clean. If you wish to purchase this particular pad, you will not be able to buy it on the open market. You will have to call Webster's, the heating cooling specialists, and we'll be able to provide the pad for you. When it comes to removing the pad, you have a little black clip on the top of the humidifier housing. Push to the left, pull down, and pull the pad out. Replace the pad. You will have an indent on the top of the pad to where this black locking clip will slide into. That has to be to the front of the humidifier. Put it into the tray, push the pad into place, pull down on the locking pin, and you're good to go with a new pad. To replace the door, you want to line up this grooved edge in the collar, push the door into place, and replace the thumb screw. Now when it comes to the operation of your Lifebreath Pro 600 Pulse Humidifier, there's a couple steps you need to keep in mind. First of all, this is my water feed. This clear tube or red tube will be attached to a spigot at the other end. You need to ensure that that spigot is turned on. The second thing you're going to do is open the damper. When you see the damper in the vertical position, it is closed. In order to open it, I pull it to the horizontal position. We are now open and ready for use. The third thing we're going to do is set up the controller. When you look at this particular controller, it will show you relative temperatures outside to a setting that you need to refer to. However, typically in our environment, we're between a -25 and -30 typical day. If you were to stick this controller between 40 and 50 at approximately 45, you've set your humidifier for regular humidification of the home. Now, one thing that homeowners need to be aware of about their humidifier. First of all, these humidifiers do not work independently. The only time that this humidifier will be pulsing the water through is during a heating cycle. If I don't have heat involved with water, I will not create moisture. So the idea that your humidifier works independently is not the case. The only time, again, that the humidifier will be in operation is when you're in a heating cycle. Again, we're going to be recommending to run your fan on. Even though you finish a heating cycle with the furnace, that is not to say that the evaporator pad is completely dry. You still have moisture buildup in the evaporator pad. By allowing your fan to run on, you will be helping raise humidity levels at a more efficient pace. Now, come springtime, you do not need your humidifier. It is primarily a wintertime application. We're going to reverse the steps that I showed you to start it up. First thing we're going to do, we're going to shut the control to the off position. Second thing we're going to do is close the damp back to a vertical position. And the third thing I would recommend is to shut the water feed off. There is no sense feeding water through the humidifier throughout the whole year. So by turning the spigot to the closed position, you have now shut down your humidifier.